In China, IMAX has about 350 theaters open today. We have about another 40 theaters in backlog that are scheduled to open over the next several years. We license our technology to exhibition partners. So we have 45 Chinese exhibition chains that are our partners. Wanda is the largest of them. And we deliver in China both Hollywood movies and local movies. So in addition to our own movies or imported movies, we work with almost every major studio in China, including China Film Group, Bona, Wanda, YE, and many others. And we also work with some of the leading directors in China, including Johnny Mo, Feng Xiaogang, Jackie Chan, but pretty much everybody. So we had a combination of good judgment and luck, and we entered the market in the late 90s. And at the time we entered, the multiplex expansion was booming, and the quality of Chinese films was really increasing. So we invested capital and we invested resources. Now we have about 100 employees in China, almost all Chinese employees. And as you probably know, cinemas have grown from like 2,000 to 35,000, and IMAX has grown from like 5 cinemas to 750, including our backlog. And it's been a wonderful story. I think that's all been fueled by the increased disposable income by the Chinese consumer, and also more time and wanting to see the best experience possible, and that's IMAX. So I think the Chinese really seek out the newest and best experience because it's a new market in entertainment, and I think fortunately they like IMAX. That's good for us. It's helped our business grow a lot. But I think in other markets, people may be more used to existing patterns. So if they've been going to the movies one way their whole lives, they're not going to try things. They're less likely to try new and different things. I also think the Chinese consumer tends to be very loyal. So if they like something, they come back. And I also think brands are very important in China. So people like the IMAX brand and they like what it represents. The US market is a very mature market. It's growing very slowly. They're adding very few screens. The studio system is entrenched. I think China is much more dynamic. There's always new technology companies. There's a lot of money pouring in at this point. So it's just a much more of a growth market versus a mature market. I think that a lot of outsiders say, you can't keep up this growth rate, or real estate is changing. But we're in 121 cities. With 48 different partners. So we're diversified enough, and I think the appetite for entertainment is big enough in China that in the next 5 years I'd be really surprised if there was anything that slowed us down. Well, you always have to be attuned as a businessman to risks that you don't see. So I'm not sure what government policies will be. We'll have to pay attention to that, the long-term health of the economy and disposable income. The kinds of things that would be obstacles in any market in the world. Well, we're always innovating and providing new technology. So we just invented a new generation projection system, which is called laser, and we installed it in China. It's fantastic. New sound system, we introduced it in China. So we're always innovating and raising the bar, doing the newest and best things. In addition, we plan on broadening our business to other areas, and virtual reality is one that's very exciting for us. So we joint ventured with Google in the United States to develop a camera that we'll use worldwide to create special VR content. We have a special headset, which is like the IMAX of VR. It's a much larger, more immersive experience. So I think Chinese films are definitely making a lot of progress. There are more skilled cameramen, more skilled DPs, more skilled directors. So that's one part of it. The second is because the base of people showing Chinese films is expanding, budgets are going to go up because they can recoup their investment. So as budgets go up, you'll see better special effects, you'll see higher paid actors, you'll see higher production value. And I think, over time, the gap between Hollywood films and US films will narrow. I think the Chinese are going to have to contend with some issues of the kind of content that they produce, and is that distributable on a worldwide scale? And I think that's the aim, but that hasn't been achieved yet.